Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Corey from Ghostframe, and you're listening to the Heavy Mental Breakdown.
Ghostframe.
Ghostframe.
Ghostframe. Is that how you're supposed to say it, like that, or did I do it all right? Did I do it all right, Corey?
You did it pretty good.
Yeah. So if you ever need someone to fill in for vocals or anything, I got you.
It's open for interpretation. It's a feeling.
Yeah.
It's whatever it is at the time.
And if you're like sad, it's like, we're Ghostframe. But when you're
Yeah.
pumped up, you're like, we're fucking Ghostframe, ready to go.
It's usually we're Ghostframe,
Yeah. It's like a good balance, good balance there.
definitely.
You guys are rocking out of Lake Elsinore, right?
Yeah, we're out of Lake Elsinore, California. We originally formed in like the October area, fall of 2024.
Okay.
So
Cool. Yeah.
we're all Lake Elsinore natives, but I'm the only one
Hell
that
yeah.
actually lives in San Diego.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The band's based out of Elsinore. We all grew up there.
Yeah, and you're saying you've been doing this ever since 2024.
Yeah, the group was formed in 2024, and we started getting the guys together in the fall time. The project was originally started by Christian and Royce, who both play guitar.
Hmm.
It was kind of Christian's brain baby, and he'd been trying to get Royce to work on a project together with him for a while. And we all met up for a Hope Conspiracy show out here in San Diego where I
Oh,
live.
a what conspiracy?
The Hope Conspiracy.
Hope
It's a-
conspiracy.
They're a hardcore band that was on Equal Vision for a long time
Oh,
and Death
interesting.
Wish Records, which is
Okay.
Converge's label. And
Cool.
I think
Okay.
their newest album was released on Death Wish, I think. But we met up to go see them at the Soda Bar in San Diego, and while we were there, Christian was kind of like yapping in my ear about getting me to do vocals for their new project that they were doing. So,
Yeah. What was your experience in vocals before this band?
well, my music endeavors started in high school, and it was with Royce. We were in a band called Roses Overhead, which was also based out of Lake Elsinore. We were actually straight edge kids back then, in high school. And, I'm going to be 40 this year. So that was over 20 plus years ago when like that started for me.
Yeah.
Been in other projects before. I lived in Flagstaff, Arizona for 10 years in between 2009 and 19. And I was in a project called Human BC. I was in like a little one-off like super group out there called Exploder. There's no recordings of that you can find. But,
So you've been you're fully experienced in doing this. This isn't no stranger to you fronting a band doing vocals.
a little bit,
Little bit.
It seems to enter my life.
Yeah. It's like it's calling you.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, like when the guys asked me to join this group, I was kind of in that phase where I was trying to find something. I just didn't think it would be in hardcore. Because I'm a recovering alcoholic. Been sober for like 5 years now.
Hell yeah, good for you.
And so I was kind of going through this phase of like trying to rediscover myself and like reintegrate myself in society and find my purpose again. And like I said, I didn't know that I would end up in hardcore again. I kind of like grown more into like doom metal and sludge and psychedelic rock, like stoner rock kind of stuff. And I just didn't think that I was gonna find a group of guys to be able to do anything like that out here. So I started like putting together a computer interface stuff. I got a guitar and some programs and things like that to just write my own riffs and maybe come up with some song ideas. And before you know it, I'm the front man in a hardcore band again.
Yeah.
So I don't even play my guitar like I was intending to. So
Okay. Okay. Speaking of this band and something that's very exciting that you're doing, you are with our friends over at Brayburn Records.
yeah, I met up with hooked up with Derek
Yeah.
through Brayburn. And that kind of got set up through the guys in Ira Knox,
Oh, okay. Cool.
Rick Ash, who, you had your interview with him a while back.
Yeah.
Me and him go back to like middle school.
Oh shit, really?
So yeah, like I've known him since middle school. Probably didn't become friends with him until high school times, but yeah, we were playing in bands together back when, like our band Roses Overhead that I was in with Royce. We would play with Torn Within a lot. Um, and he did the Suicide Silence thing. He was also
Yeah.
in a thing called Saga, I believe.
Did you ever
Um,
get to go check him out, Rick Ash out when he was early days with Suicide and Mitch and all of them?
Not so much. That kind of all happened while we were still doing the Roses Overhead thing. And
Okay.
I mean, this was 20 plus years ago.
Yeah.
So it was like, um, the scene back then was pretty cutthroat. It worked differently. And when you're in high school and you're just trying to prove yourself and like
Yeah.
get that notoriety, um, I don't know. I I have like certain opinions. I don't know if I feel comfortable sharing about like how the scene was back then and how I fit into that. I always kind of felt like an outcast when it came to like the music that I was doing and what I was trying to represent and like it like we kind of like went off and our paths were going different directions kind of thing.
It happens.
Suicide Silence took off like really fast, it seemed like.
They really did.
And we were just, we were still bottom feeding, if that makes sense. So we were
Yeah.
just scraping by to make things happen.
So
And
Rick introduced you over to Brayburns. That's how that all kind of worked out, or
yeah,
cool.
once Ghostframe started, like just to go back, when a couple of years ago, um, Rick hit me up out of the blue. We hadn't spoke in years, probably like 15, probably even 20 years. And
Wow.
he hit me up out of the blue because he was doing the Torn Within reunion shows out here a couple of years ago. And
Hmm.
he knew that I was living in San Diego and he asked me to help him like try to book some shows. And at the time, like I was just felt good, like being recognized as somebody who was still involved because I was
Yeah.
kind of feeling like, like not included being newly sober and coming back from Arizona back out here. And I was still just trying to figure out my shit, just like,
Yeah.
who am I? Where do I
Yeah.
belong? And a friend from back in the day hits me up and I felt seen,
Hmm.
and recognized. So when, like, because of that, when we started Ghostframe, and before we even had a band name or anything, and we only had like videos of our rehearsal sessions, I was sending those over to Rick, just kind of like, hey, thank you for kind of inspiring me and helping me see that I still have a place here, and
Hell yeah.
this is what we're doing now, and I hope you dig it.
Yeah.
And he was very receptive and grateful to have been like thought of in that way, the same way as I was.
Yeah, he's a really humble dude.
He is, yeah,
Yeah.
he's a super sweet guy. And at the same time, I'm thinking like, I hope I'm not bugging him too much. Like,
You were just stoked. You were just stoked for it.
I was just stoked, man, and
Yeah.
like to have somebody like Rick to be able to share that with, it was
Yeah.
just cool. And I
Yeah.
wasn't. There was nothing in my mind like, hey, if I send this to Rick, maybe he can get us in with his label or anything like that. It was just
Sure.
it was just like an organic exchange of art, you know,
Mm,
and which is how it should be.
yeah.
And I just wanted him to see us, um, and thank him for helping me see that in myself too, you know.
Hmm. Yeah.
And when I was passing that stuff along, you know, we were developing our name and all of that stuff. And eventually Ghostframe came up, and I started making the socials and everything for that. Um, Ira Knox came out to do a show and do a handful of shows in California,
Mm.
and we hosted them our rehearsal space so they could prepare the night
Oh,
before.
cool.
And they invited me to do guest vocals on um, Soulless Divider, and at our local brewery, Solaris Brewing, that we play at a lot.
Mm.
And like after that show, Ian, their other guitar player, was like, "Hey, Derek from Brayburn wants you guys to hit him up. He wants to talk to you guys." So
That's awesome.
kind of how that came about. It was
Yeah.
serendipitous.
Yeah, man. I haven't spoken to too many labels at this point, but Derek has set that standard. He's a super sweet guy, man.
He's a super cool
He's
dude.
so cool.
He's got a vision, man, and
Yeah.
it's so crazy because, you know, like at first this was kind of like, you know, well, we're here because of Ira Knox, and now, like, after, you know, we put out our EP already. Derek's helped us through a lot of stuff, and we've been able to establish our own relationship, you know, as Ghostframe and Brayburn Records.
Mm.
And, you know, sometimes I'll just call him up and have conversations with him, or we'll be texting. And, you know, like it's I told him this one time. I was like, I'm pretty sure we were friends in a past life, you know, because like I'll mention one little thing and it turns into this massive conversation. Like, how the fuck are we talking about Planes Mistaken for Stars right now? You know, or Rocky Vodolato or whatever it might be, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, super cool dude. Another humble man, you know, like he's just dedicated to his passions, and he's helping others achieve that as well. And one of the cool things about what he's doing with Brayburn is that this is my opinion at least. It seems like he's not trying to find specific bands that sound a specific way, but
Mm-hmm.
represent like a certain emotion, feeling, and
Mm-hmm.
vibe
Yeah.
that like
Yeah, well, that's what he said during the interview. I asked him how much does mental health awareness and just that community and that side of the rock space, how much do you take that into consideration with when signing bands? And he said that was a huge thing with him.
yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
just all. I mean, that comes from deep within. You know, he's not looking at it of like, oh, who's going to bring the most money? Who's the biggest names? Who's this? He's finding artists that he believes in.
yeah, I mean, like he basically signed us based off of rehearsal videos. We had no
Wow.
recordings, we had no merch, we had nothing, you know, like,
Wow.
but we were like trying, you know, we were just getting our shit out there and running with it. And I think he just appreciated that. And he saw
Yeah.
how like we're involving ourselves in the community and like creating community around us.
Mm.
And that was something that he obviously appreciated with what we're doing.
Yeah.
You know, being older and kind of like being reintroduced to this scene in hardcore, like we're like following the old rules, and we're also making our own rules, and like we stay neutral. We're welcoming to everybody, you know, like everybody deserves the chance to have the stage.
Mm.
And you know, like, and that's kind of what we're about.
Cool.
So, and I think Derek saw that from the get-go, and yeah, so.
So you had mentioned an EP. How was that? How has the reception for the EP been?
It's been really good. It's
Good.
kind of crazy. Everything just kind of happens so fast. Like our momentum just it from the get go. Um, like I had no idea that we would be on a label so soon. Not even 6 months after being a band. Like I think a lot of people are very blown away by how far we've come so fast. Especially with the EP. The EP we recorded pretty much on our own. Our bass player Justin Pano is our music producer and sound guy. So we had like our drum tracks and stuff recorded at a separate studio, Vibrant Audio, by Travis Karp in Menifee. But Justin took over all of the main recording and mixing for that. So it was really cool to be able to do it ourselves in a professional setting because we didn't have that pressure of being rushed to do it. Like we weren't
Mm-hmm.
paying for time, so we didn't
Yeah.
have like deadlines.
Yeah, that extra pressure wasn't there.
Yeah, and we were kind of like able to do it on our own terms, which was really
Yeah.
nice. Um, and Derek was super accommodating with like letting me run with the like be in control of all the artwork and the layout and stuff like that.
Cool.
The release was in collaboration with Been There, Seen That Records, which is based out of Canada,
Okay.
and that guy does a lot of like the MySpace era resurgence stuff with like
Okay.
um, um, MySpace era deathcore and metalcore and all of that
I've
stuff.
I've been chatting with a few of those bands like Bellicus, Across Five Aprils, Doctor Acula. Like, there's been
Yeah,
a lot of those
I
bands that
think
have.
he's working on a Dr. Acula one right now.
Oh, okay. I just had them on the show a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay, cool. Maybe that's where
Yeah.
I recently saw their name pop up then.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
And I
they
think I
just they
saw it
just did a
pop up
show
on
this
his
last
thing too.
weekend. They did it at Amityville Music Hall, so they did it out in Amityville,
Okay,
the
nice.
show. I wasn't able to
Amityville
make it, but
Horror. Hey.
be a fun night. Um so Ghost Frame, where did the name come from?
Well, it came from a long, stressful series of text messages in our band group thread. I think Royce may have calculated over like 700 different band names that were pitched on that. Like it's one of the
700.
most excruciating things when you start a band is coming
Yeah.
up with the name.
Yeah.
Um,
The name's
the
almost got to find you. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like
exactly.
when you're sitting down, like coming up with all these names, it's like a lot of them just come up naturally. You're like, you just hear something, you're like, oh shit, there it is.
It's kind of funny. So the name was actually Justin's idea, our bass player. I guess he was like me and Justin both like have, and I think Christian as well, have had like history of sleep paralysis and things like that.
Mm,
And I guess like Justin was kind of going through something for a while, and when he came out of this something that he experienced in his sleep, I guess like the word ghost frame came to mind, and it like
huh.
out of nowhere. And there's a lot of meanings to it. It is open to interpretation.
Yeah.
There is an actual term ghost frame in photography when you like get a negative that has a
Sure.
double image inside of it that
Mm,
wasn't supposed to be there. Like when you see something in an image that wasn't originally there for the photo.
mm,
So that's one term, but the meaning that Justin came up with is like the threshold to the other side, the to the astral realm when you're
oh.
going through sleep paralysis or just any type of spiritually heightened experience where you might feel you're connected to the other side, the
Yeah. Kind of like an
supernatural.
astral projection kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
that's what I carry with it. And for me, I liked it a lot because it actually like we have a lot of those types of themes in our lyrical content, and sexual
I've
immorality.
never had sleep paralysis, but I have astral projected before, and it was fucking wild, man.
It's trippy.
I took off. I was somewhere completely different.
Yeah, it is.
But it was while I was meditating too. So like I was fully awake and I was doing my thing and just poof, it went somewhere else. And
Yeah.
then when I snapped out of it, like I saw myself coming back down and I saw myself meditating. And when I snapped out of it, I was sick. Like I felt because
Oh,
I don't do well on heights. I get nauseous and stuff, and so when I snapped out of it, dude, my head was spinning, my stomach hurt, and like I hadn't even moved.
oh wow.
It was wild. It was
Yeah.
wild. And I also have uh what's it called? Sleep where I can't sleep. I'm thinking blanking on the name right now.
Insomnia.
And so I have really fucking bad insomnia.
Yeah, I
And
kind of
so those
struggle with
two
that too.
worlds, yeah, those two worlds I kind of get a little bit. You know, it's funny when Ghostframe earlier you were saying you felt unseen, almost like a ghost.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
And you wear glasses. So it's like a ghost frame.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
You're
Yeah,
like a ghost walking around with frames on. It's like the only thing they see. Like, oh, what's that floating glasses doing there?
that's a really good way to connect that. That's great.
I love it.
Oh yeah, man.
Well, we are here because of a song that you guys wrote called Shame Is My Name. Why did you
Legit.
choose this song and what does it mean to you?
Well, being the heavy mental breakdown, this is probably out of all of the songs on the EP, this one is like directly speaking about my recovery process as in treatment and stuff.
Mm.
Um,
So it's very personal to you.
it's yeah, it's important. It's an important one to me because it is speaking specifically about me
Yeah.
and my rebirth, and
Mm. You're
um,
back. Just
it's
like with the
yeah,
band, you're
but like
back.
that's the thing. Like
Yeah.
I am I've taken charge of my life. Like I chose life.
It's
Finally.
like you previously were the ghost frame, but now you're in the spotlight and like that's the old you. You like named the band after like a feeling that you had. I'm gonna go with that. I like that a lot.
Okay. Well, I mean, the song is about like still struggling with fear during times of recovery and rebirth.
Sure, sure,
Like
sure, sure.
just because I have gotten to a point where I've have like started my path towards the better version of myself doesn't mean that I'm still not struggling with fear. And
Absolutely.
because at any moment it could go away, like any
Mm,
little thing could make all of that work just disappear.
mm.
So,
That's a tough feeling to have. I'm bipolar, and daily, my mind's like this. Like something can set me off, and I just go fucking wild,
right.
or I just get into this like super depressive thing, and I don't move for like a week.
Triggers, man. Triggers
Yeah,
they come at you and you
wild.
never know what it's gonna be.
No,
That's the scariest part. You never know what the fuck it's gonna be,
it could be at any time too.
You could be up here one moment and
Yeah,
like just see something in your peripheral and it just like
days
triggers
gone.
this spiral in your brain
Yeah,
where you're just like disassociating the rest of the day.
yeah,
I get it.
yeah. I actually, I don't really know what I would consider myself, but I at one point was a very, very heavily alcohol. Well, I guess at one point I would definitely consider myself an alcoholic. I was drinking every single night, drinking away my feelings. I didn't want to feel anything.
Yeah.
And when I would start to have those depressive thoughts, I'd be like, "Oh, let me go buy some whiskey. Let me go buy some whiskey." And then, but the problem was it never worked for me. You know what I mean? Like
It just
I kind of
accelerates it, dude. Just makes it
exactly,
even worse.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly, and especially with bipolar, like that's like the number one thing for people with the condition to stay away from because it just amplifies
Well,
everything
it's a
to an
depressant,
extreme.
it's just
Yeah, So it's weird, man. Even though I knew it wasn't for me and I shouldn't be doing it, there was a part of me, like I said, I was just addicted to it at that point.
That's why you gotta get yourself a big cup of peach rings, like that's where it's at. You don't want a peach ring?
Yeah.
What's
I
up?
had I had candies down here earlier. I think I moved them. I was editing episodes earlier. I'm like, I want some candy, so I came down here and grabbed it. But you're right. As long as there's some candy around,
Let's get
we'll
some
go.
candy. All right, you're good.
All right. This is "Shame Is My Name" by Ghostframe. Let's break this one down. All right, we'll stop there. There's already a decent amount of
There's
lyrics
a
to dive
lot. Pretty
into.
quick, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Woke up this morning in a burning casket, right in the center of your parade. Rejoice the burden you no longer carry, yet it's still with me every single day. I'm going to take a crack at this before you dive into it.
Do it. Love it.
Because I know I like since I know what your meaning is a little bit already. My mind went somewhere completely different when I first heard these lyrics. Woke up this morning in a burning casket. It reminds me of a funeral, right in the center of your parade. It's, I mean, I'm sure you know this, but like when there's a funeral and they move the casket from where you have that wake. I don't know what it's called. But so you move the casket and then it goes in that hearse and like all the cars kind of follow around. It's like a parade,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? Right in the center of your parade. So it's just like your parade is everybody. It's like yeah, you're kind of just it's just like a thing to just the world. It's like, yeah, now you're behind me, you're following this parade of my dead body or my this dead part of me. Rejoice the burden you no longer carry. Be happy that I've died and I'm not here with you anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still with me every single day. It's
The
like you
burden,
have
the burden's with me every day. Yeah.
right, right. It's like exactly you carry this view. It's almost like a feeling that I'm familiar with, feeling like the world would be better off without me, kind of.
Yeah, I
Burning,
mean,
burning casket, parade. To me, it just takes me to somebody who thinks they're already dead. That's my opinion on it. When I hear it, that's where it takes me.
yeah, that's so I mean, the line specifically and your interpretation is great and it's not wrong. It's not wrong at all, but the idea of that line specifically so like I spent 120 days in rehab and
Mm.
it took me a long time to get to rehab,
Yeah, it's like
and
that acceptance of okay, I do need this.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it was kind of like once I got out and just started working a basic program and things like that, um, I was kind of like, and this is kind of like through my mom or my dad, like well, my parents. It was kind of like they thought just because I had gone to rehab and came out successfully, like I was cured.
Mm.
Like
Yeah, it doesn't
like
work that way.
it doesn't work that way. Like
It's
I still have
easier in
work,
there.
and it's
Now
gonna
the
keep
work
going.
starts. Yeah,
Yeah.
now the work begins once you're out.
So it was kind of like, yeah, that rebirth. Like, yeah, the old Corey's finally gone. He's finally like woken up and he's like doing the work and he's doing great. I'm so glad it's over. It's not
Yeah,
over.
doesn't work
It's
that
still
way.
going.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
yeah, there is that rebirth. Like, and
Yeah.
that's talking about the burning cat. Like, I woke up in a burning casket. That's letting go of my old ways, my old life. So
Yeah.
that's kind of where that line
Yeah,
comes.
it's the death of a former self.
Yeah, yeah.
I found something beautiful the moment I chose life, suppressed potential in my loneliness, when I believed my future would be filled with strife. Uh, so going off of my interpretation, I found something beautiful. It makes it seem like somebody who was ready to be done with everything, and then had a change of perspective. You know, the
Yeah.
moment that I realized, no, 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 no. I may think the world's better off without me, but it's not. There's people here that love me, and I am making a difference somehow in someone's life, and I do need to be here. So I found something beautiful the moment I chose life. I didn't take my life after all.
Yeah, and
I actually,
the
yeah,
beautiful thing, it was within me the whole time, and I had
right,
no idea. I didn't
yeah,
recognize that. I couldn't see it. I couldn't see the things that people were telling me, you know?
yeah,
And even when it like the steps getting to my recovery phase, it was like just months and months, weeks, years. I don't even know. I honestly don't know how long I had been crying out for help, but
mm,
I was crying out for help, and I was just waiting for somebody to come save me, to come cure
mm,
me or whatever. And I did not realize that the only way anybody can help me is if I'm doing the work, if I'm
right.
doing something for myself. And
You
I
can't help somebody that doesn't want the help or who
exactly,
doesn't ask for the help
exactly.
either.
It took me so long to realize that. And I
Yeah.
almost remember the moment like I spent months in like on a pull-out mattress in my parents' dining room, like drinking myself to death.
Mm,
And there's a lot of stuff that goes along with it. We don't need to get into because it'll take forever. But like the day that I realized, like, if I don't do something for myself, nobody's gonna help me. And
right.
like I found something beautiful the moment I chose life. Like
Mm,
I have it in me. It's my responsibility to do something about it.
mm.
So, and this suppressed potential in my loneliness was all of this stuff that like um I not that whole idea of like not being seen or accepted or recognized for like as an artist or a musician, creative type or anything in general, anything that can contribute goodness to the world. Like I wasn't letting it out. I
Mm,
wasn't showing it.
mm.
I was just suppressing it for
So no one
years,
even knew
years and
that you were crying
years.
out for help.
Yeah, yeah. So like I found all of those things that I've been pushing down for most of my life because I thought nobody wanted to see it or nobody wanted to
Mm,
see it. And but I never pulled it out to show, like I
yeah.
never gave it. You know what
Well,
I mean?
it's huge to like recognize that though, and then do something about it.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of us just, yeah, we're embarrassed to talk about our shit, or we don't want to anymore. We don't want to burden anybody, but it just makes everything heavier for us. So I think that's huge that you did that, and that's awesome.
Thank you.
Um, Suppress potential in my loneliness when I believe my future would be full of strife. Yeah, it's just you're in such a bad place that you can't even just like think of a future without that pain.
I
You're
didn't
like,
think
I'm
I
never gonna.
deserved to,
Yeah. Ooh.
you know?
Yeah. You didn't deserve it. How come? Why did you think that you didn't deserve it?
Well, I mean, just, like I said, there's a lot of stuff. I just
Mm,
there there was a lot of things circling my life before I went into rehab. Like I was my grandfather's caregiver, and he passed away under my care.
that's
And it was
tough.
during a time I was drinking myself to death while I was his caregiver. I was
Mm,
stealing his pain medications and
mm,
mixing them with alcohol. It was almost like I was like trying, like subconsciously trying to
yeah.
kill myself so I didn't
Yeah.
have to wake up to seeing him dead.
Mm,
And yeah, I think
that's kind of where it all stemmed from.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Ooh,
and
that's
yeah,
rough. I'm
yeah.
sorry. Sorry to
No,
hear
it's
that.
okay. It gets
Yeah.
heavy. It gets heavy.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the truth of it all, and like I'm not ashamed to open up about it. Like it makes me stronger doing so, and I do deserve just as much as anybody. I deserve to be able to express myself, be creative, you know.
Yeah,
And everybody's got something to contribute, you know.
yeah. That's
Just don't be afraid. I was just so afraid for so long that nobody wanted to see me, you know.
mm,
So
and you thought like friends and family were putting the blame on you and stuff like that.
yeah, that's all in my head, you know. I
Yeah.
created that narrative,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. We do it to ourselves.
Yeah.
Mm. Losing a grandparent, though. I mean, my grandmother was my favorite person in this entire world. Actually, there she is. She's still with me every single day.
Oh,
She's
that's
with me
great.
every day. But yeah, she was my favorite person, and she died the day after my 18th birthday. And I'm 35 now, and it's just like every birthday, man, I just get massively depressed because it just reminds me of that time.
Yeah.
So and we were so close. So I don't understand, that part of what you went through, but I know what it's like to lose a grandparent, and just that alone is fucking rough.
Yeah.
Just that alone is rough.
Yeah, we could definitely talk about that in a whole entire
Yeah.
episode if wanted to.
Sure. Yeah, no, I mean I can talk about it too forever. And I feel like I do. That's why I try to be brief about it, because if I start opening up, I'll start crying, I'll start being a baby, and no one wants that from me right now. So, let's keep rocking out to this track.
Got it.
I just when you scream out "go," I just see you doing this at a show, telling the
Go.
crowd,
Yeah.
fucking turn that
Just
pit
don't
up."
stop. Yeah. Don't stop.
But if somebody falls, pick him back up.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I wish I knew how to give it all to you, but the pain's in the way, and now shame is my name. That's actually a very heavy way of looking at that. But the pain is in the way.
Yeah.
Pain, it takes control of us.
Yeah. Yeah. So the line, I wish I knew how to give it all to you, that is actually about the copious amounts of people who have reached out like throughout my recovery phases, like asking for help or advice, um, so they could get their lives straightened out and do the sobriety thing. Because that's one of the beautiful things when you are going through recovery and you're doing it successfully and people see it, when they notice the change and how much work you put into this to get to where you are, especially when they've seen you at your lowest, you know.
Mm-hmm.
People start coming out of the woodwork, and people like you that struggle with the same problems that you do, and they've just never been able to figure out how to like make it click and work for them.
Mm-hmm. It's a very hard thing to do.
It's a really hard thing to do, especially like everybody's program is different.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we're all wired differently.
yeah, so it's really challenging for me to give advice, like, because I only worked in AA program for like my first year, and I didn't want that to be my identity, so
Mm-hmm.
I like figured out how to like not make it my identity, And I was getting like a lot of people like asking me how I did that, and it's like you have to surrender before you can just jump to the next part. Like
Yeah.
you have to work it
Yeah.
at least, you have to work it until like you've gotten enough out of it to, whatever. But
Yeah.
it's really hard. I wish I knew how to give it all to you, but like it's too heavy for me to even like comprehend a way to explain it so you can understand, because
Yeah.
your life's perceptions are completely different than mine. So like I just can't, and I wish that I could. I wish I knew how to give it all to you, but the pain, it hurts too much.
Mm.
And yeah, now shame is my name. Yeah.
Mm.
So that's where that line comes from, is just if anybody's ever reached out to me for advice and I didn't follow through all the way, or I wasn't there like you needed me to be, it wasn't about you. It was just like too hard for me to get through, and I didn't know how to help you out of that, because
Mm.
that wasn't my hole. Your hole wasn't the one I needed to get out of. My hole.
Yeah. Yeah,
As
you
weird as that
definitely,
sounds.
yeah. Yeah, before and I think people understand that, and I think we all, not all, but I think most can get that you can't help anybody else until you can help yourself.
Yeah.
It's if you're not doing well, maybe it's not the best to give advice to some to someone.
You know,
And I actually respect that more. If someone tells me, "Hey, I can't be this for you right now because I don't feel like I can." Like I would have so much respect for someone if he told me that. I'd be like, "Yeah, do your thing, take care of you. That's all I'm trying to do." But or we can
yeah,
both
then,
just be here for each other.
it's a really fickle thing, like recovery. Like um, you have to know it's what you need,
Yeah,
and like there's so many people out there who are trying to convince themselves that they don't have a problem.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and in my story, I was this really shitty alcoholic who was like on the verge of dying from it,
Mm.
and people knew that. People knew what I was like, and they saw how I've turned it around. And like now, from time, like I still smoke weed now, but it took me a year of sobriety before I started doing that.
Mm.
So it's almost like sometimes or people are coming to me to figure out how they can just jump from where they are now to where I'm at without doing the work. You know what I
A
mean?
lot of us don't do the work until we absolutely have to, until we
Yeah.
hit rock bottom and it's like, "Oh shit, I have to do something about this now."
Yeah.
Like that's kind of the moment when it all clicks because we're like, "No, it's just going to go away. I don't have a problem." But when you're calling the cops on yourself because you've attempted to kill yourself, like myself, that's when I knew I had a problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
It took me to get there. And, spend a couple days in the hospital to realize, oh shit, I need to get my life together.
Right.
So I get it. I get it. Pain being in the way, feeling shame. Like I felt like I was doing nobody any good in my job, my relationships, my family. I'm just like, I'm so far from everybody and ugh, rough times, man.
Yeah.
I get, and I wish I knew how to give it all to you. And honestly, when I read that line and talking about like my shit, I wish I knew how to give it all to you. I almost feel like you're talking to yourself too, in a way. Like I wish I knew how to help myself, but I don't. Kind of exactly what you're just talking about. Like people are coming to you for help, and you don't know. You
Yeah.
you you can't help them because you're working on your stuff. Like I wish I knew how to give it all to myself
Hmm.
first, so then I can give it to you.
Yeah. Definitely.
Mm,
I wish I knew all this stuff before, for sure. Yeah.
yeah. Wish it was that easy, my friend.
Right.
Yeah. The mountain of apologies could crumble any moment. Each smile eared, sorry, each smile earned could quickly disappear. No matter my joy, I am living in fear. The mountain of apologies can crumble at any moment. and
That's
each mountain.
specifically like about amends. You know, when you're making your amends in your recovery phase,
Mm.
and any subtle thing could just make it all go away. Like, I mean,
And yeah,
that one's very clear, I think.
it is. It is. And where that takes me is our conversation, what we were saying a little bit earlier, and me saying, I love this podcast, means everything to me, but every day I'm terrified that it's going to crumble at any moment.
Yeah.
This sounds like a very like anxiety, panic attack kind of like, especially when you say I'm living in fear, like that's exactly where that takes me. It's like
It's
living
like
in a
all
state of
eyes are
panic
on
all
me.
the time.
All
Exactly.
eyes are
Yeah.
on me, and
Yeah.
everybody's just like waiting for something to ruin it. You
But
know,
the
like,
crazy thing is no one's waiting for that. You know what I mean? It's just our
yeah,
internal.
that's my own narrative. You know, I
Yeah.
created that, but I mean, at the same time, like,
We
I don't
think
know.
that.
Like, I mean,
Yeah.
like, I was pretty bad alcoholic, like drinker, and I'm still an alcoholic, but like I was pretty bad, and I'm sure
What do you mean you're
a
still an
lot of people
alcoholic?
didn't like expect me to get to 5 years. You know, sure there was some people on
Yeah.
the edge of their seat waiting to watch me fall. You know,
Do you still consider yourself an alcoholic?
yeah, any alcoholic is anybody that's in recovery will still call themselves an alcoholic to this day, no matter how much time of sobriety that they have.
Huh.
It's a disease. It's it's something that you know um, yeah. If any 12-step program that will tell you something along those lines. You
Interesting.
know.
Well, I was just talking to, and I would love for you to go listen to it because I think it'll help a little bit. I was talking to a company called the Undead Club, and it is
Okay.
ran by a husband and wife who were alcoholics, and they turned their lives around, and they went to recovery. The guy who runs it, well, one of the husband who is part owner of it, he came on and told a story like he almost died a couple times, from it, and so did his wife, and I think it's his wife. But they were saying something like they reword the well, they reword the things they say to themselves. Like instead of saying I'm an alcoholic or I'm a recovering alcoholic, they have phrased it differently to I was an alcoholic. I'm still working on myself, but I was an alcoholic. To me, if you're that sober, I would never consider you an alcoholic. You formerly were one. But it's whatever you want to take. But one thing I talk to a lot of people about on this podcast, and I actually brought it down. It's here right now because I talk about it so much, and I just brought it down today. This book right here changed my fucking life, dude. What to say when you talk to yourself.
Oh, I need
It
to look
changed.
that up.
It changed my life, and
Yeah.
it's about it's all about the way that you talk to yourself and the way you
Yeah.
word things because when we hear negative things about ourselves, it kind of just sticks. It's uncomfortable and we hate it, but it sticks. And the more we think about it, the more we kind of wire it in our brains and we start to believe it.
Yeah.
So if we can just rewire it a little bit and reword things, I used to be an alcoholic, but I'm not anymore. That gives you the power. But if
Right.
you say, I'm still an alcoholic, even though you haven't drank alcohol in 5 years, I mean, it still kind of keeps you in that headspace a little bit.
Well, it's the whole idea of like, um, one drinks too many, a thousand's never enough.
Right.
You know,
Yep.
um,
Yep. But you haven't had a drink, though.
I haven't had a drink
Yeah.
since September 8th.
And that should be a
2000.
badge. That should be a badge of honor and not looking at it as if you still have the problem.
Well, that's the thing though. Like from working the program, it's a normal thing, and it's not anything that's negative. It's just it's like some people call it an allergy or whatever. It's like I can never like drink again. Like I have to stay away from alcohol. If I drink just one drop, it's gonna
It's over
spiral
with.
me,
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, I get it. That's how I was
So.
too.
But I understand what you're saying too, and like those internal narratives and conversations that you have with yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
And even if it's not on this topic, I mean, this book is just it's filled with just great
oh, that looks like a book that I need. I need to get that book.
I have bought it for several people and I talk about it daily on this
Yeah.
podcast. It has saved my life and it's just a great read. Even if it doesn't do too much, still a great read, still just to learn a little bit about the brain.
Honestly, going
Um
back to Derek really quick, like I had a call. I called him on my way home from our show the other day, and like I was just like feeling sensitive and emotional and insecure. I was feeling a lot of insecurities,
hmm,
and Derek, the kind of guy that he is just like, he reminded me that that's all in my head, like I created that,
hmm,
and it's not true,
yeah.
like, um,
It's the things you say to yourself, man.
yeah, yeah. Sorry, I almost got a little. I get in my head a lot, and
So do I.
and that's
So do
kind of
I.
like earlier when we were talking about like certain stuff, like the scene back in the day and stuff like that. It's just I always just kind of get in my head, like feeling like I'm not good enough or I don't belong or people are
Hmm.
judging me
Well,
or
now
whatever.
you're fronting a band and on a record label with one of the coolest dudes in the scene.
Hey, that's right. Right. I dig it.
Because the pain's in the way, and now shame is my name. Go, and that's where
Go.
the fucking pit just tears it up.
Yeah.
Have you played this song live yet?
Oh yeah, we play it live all
Oh,
the time.
okay, okay,
Yeah.
cool. How's the reception for it? Is that
Oh, it's
pretty much what it
fantastic.
is when you say
Yeah, it's
go, you fucking go?
fantastic, man. It was our closer song. So well, we originally only had 5 songs, and it was our closer. And then we got an intro song at one point, so that made 6 songs, but it was still our closer. And then we added our 6th song, or no, sorry, our 7th song, "Astral Spiders of Our Infinite Consciousness," and it came after "Shame Is My Name." Um, but yeah, no, we get a great response. Like depending on how I kind of like wind it up or prepare the audience for it,
Yeah,
depends a little bit.
sure.
Um, but yeah, like um, some of the best times I'll just be like, I'll just say like, can I just get everybody to just like slowly start walking in a counterclockwise circle, and then the crowd's just like moving like slow.
Everyone's kind of waiting for somebody else to kind of take the
Yeah, and
reins
then
on it a
it's just
little bit.
like the count off, and then
Boom.
it's like just it goes off. It's nuts.
So I've got a question for you. How does it feel to have the power to ignite a crowd to just fucking go nuts, man? How does that feel when you're on stage and you see I just did this? This is because of me. These people are here, having the time of their lives, knocking each other down, but it's all family here. How does that feeling feel for you when you're on stage and you see that kind of stuff?
Um, I, a lot of different things, man. Like, uh, it's crazy, Like I've been doing this for such a long time, on and off, not like consecutively, but to finally be in a band where like we are getting the response to the songs, eh, like as far as like people listening to it and you know playing off of it, like doing physical crowd participation and stuff like that. I mean, that's
Yeah.
something that you always get. You're in a heavy band. Even if your lyrics don't mean anything or your music is like subpar, like people are gonna move for you.
Yeah.
To be completely honest, and I have to remind this to my guys sometimes, one of my favorite moments is when they're not doing anything.
Hmm.
When I look out into the crowd and I see people just standing there, at first I get a little discouraged, like maybe people aren't into it or don't
Hmm.
like it or don't understand it. But then, like, after I think about it for a little while, I start to realize that some people are just in awe and they're taking it in.
Mm.
And like
Yeah,
it's
very
hitting
true.
them in a way that they didn't think something like in a live setting like that could, hearing something for the first time. So like sometimes when the crowd isn't moving, and but if they, as long as they stay there and they're watching,
Yeah,
like I have captivated them in some way
yeah.
where they
Even
actually truly do
yeah,
feel that connection.
even if they just had their arms crossed like this and just doing the head nod, dude, that's enough
Yeah,
to get you pumped. You're
yeah,
like, all
it
right,
really
you're like,
is.
I've kind of gotten reeled in a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean it's true, especially
Yeah.
when you're a younger band, like Ghostframe. We're not young people, but like we're a younger band. Um, and it your first year is with a younger crowd, and I don't mean necessarily like age wise. I just mean like you're playing in front of a lot of people who are also just getting introduced to this style of music for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Some of those people like take it as like a playful act, like they're getting into the pit like they're jumping on the monkey bars, just to do it, have fun, like be engaged with it and do the things that they think that they're supposed to do to follow along to the music. But then like when you see those people in the crowd that are like the OGs, that are like the seasoned guys, like that are just standing there watching, like the only way that you'll know that it's a bad just stand there and watch is if they walk away mid song or
If they're
before
on their
your set's
phone or something
over.
like that.
But if the people, yeah, or they're on their phone or they're like trying to talk to somebody, if all eyes are on you throughout the entire song or your entire performance, and then that person goes off and leaves, that means that you have captivated them. Like they're actually engaged
Yeah.
enough to like give you the respect of listening to you through,
Mm.
And I think that's like really important. And it
Yeah.
kind of ties into the whole like everybody's like so worried about how many plays they got on Spotify, like how many hits, how many people are listening to your song. I don't care
Yeah.
about. I care about who's connecting to it.
Yeah.
That's more important to me, like who's actually resonating with it. And
That's
you'll know, like
yeah.
you'll
I like that you brought that up because I just did an interview a couple days, um, and that's exactly what one of the guys said. He goes, yeah, everyone's talking about numbers and they're posting their Spotify numbers and we got this amount of streams, but who the fuck is showing up to your shows? Who's showing up? Those are the numbers you want high.
yeah.
Because if you can't even sell 10 tickets, those streaming numbers don't mean shit because you're not making any money off that anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Or like when like a band member will compare our clicks to somebody else's clicks or
Yeah.
whatever. And it's
Yeah.
like, well, you can buy clicks. Like not all
True.
of these numbers are
Very
even
true.
accurate enough.
Very
Like you
true.
don't you
Yeah.
don't even know. And
Yeah.
so I mean for
Yeah.
me
That's a
that's
good point
important
too.
too. Like I'm not trying to like um cheat, you know?
Yeah.
So
Well, it just means a lot to you. So you're trying to do it the right and organic way.
yeah.
I haven't spent a cent on promo for this podcast yet. Not a penny have I wasted on it.
It's going well.
Yeah. And I mean I could, but I was kind of the same way as you. I'm like, you know what? I could, put a bunch of shit ton of money into like ads and shit, or I could just try to do this organically.
Yeah.
Just literally start from the bottom and work my way up
You get
with
the right
with the
bands.
work.
You get the right bands and you network yourself the proper way, the community will form itself around you. You know?
Absolutely. And that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Pretty wild.
And same with Ghostframe.
Yeah, that's
Although
cool.
I have spent a lot of money on Ghostframe. Like, but I
I
mean,
mean, I've spent
that's
money
very
on the podcast. I actually just did like redid like my studio and stuff. So I'm putting money into it, but like as far as like advertisements and promos, no, I'm just working with bands.
yeah. Likewise,
Um, hell yeah. All right. Well, we still got more lyrics to dive into, so let's do that real quick.
got it.
Shit. Holy shit. Dude, all right. So I think one of the things that I need to put on my list to do is to see you guys live so I can be a part of this song live. I feel like this is like the perfect like live hardcore pit like track, especially with like when the crowd can sing "Shame is my name." It's
Well,
just like
that's
it.
definitely the intention. We're
Yeah,
trying to entice that, but you know,
yeah,
still young, so
100%.
a
And I
lot of people
feel
haven't figured that out yet.
well, they will.
And then like going back to that, like when you're a young band, you're playing with young people, like people who are just being introduced to this style. So like a
Yeah.
lot of people like don't even grasp the idea of what gang vocals are, like chanting and stuff. So
Yeah.
we've had it
Oh,
happen a few
interesting. Okay.
times, but it's the more more recognition that we get going moving forward, it seems to be getting a little bit better and better.
Yeah.
The last show that we played, there was nobody came and sang with me, but it was one of those captivating moments where we were playing for a specific crowd that we hadn't played for before. And it was one of those like people were like taking us in moments. So I could understand.
Well, if you ever play a show out in New York or somewhere nearby, like Philly or Boston or something,
Where they
I'm
know where they know.
yeah, I'm gonna be there, and I'm
Yeah,
gonna go and grab the mic from you and sing and scream that part with you.
I'd love it, man. Hell yeah,
And I'll be the one in the pit getting everybody else moving.
right?
Because those breakdowns, don't sleep on those breakdowns either, dog. Those are fun.
Yeah,
And the drums, that's like you were pointing out. It's a fun track, man. I have a lot of fun
it's
with it.
Ghostframe's been a cool project, dude. Because honestly,
It is fun. I like to use that word. It's fun. I had fun listening to that track.
I feel like we're resurrecting a lot of elements in hardcore and metalcore that have been kind of like forgotten. You know, especially out here in California, a lot of people are doing like deathcore and beatdown slam style, and a lot of the vocal styles more like guttural, low growls.
Yeah, there's a lot of like thrash coming out of SoCal right now too.
Yeah, and like we're kind of tying a lot of those older elements that are kind of like fell on the wayside. We're kind of bringing those back into light a little bit, which kind of like makes us stand out more.
Okay, cool.
We don't fit in. We're kind of unassuming, you know.
Yeah, sure.
Like
Do you
we're
do you
all
find that makes it harder to kind of find shows and find places to play, or do you think that the different style kind of entices, people to hit you guys up and have you play?
I think it does it first because we'll show up to a show and people are like, "Oh, this is Ghostframe" or something like that,
Hmm.
and and then they'll see us play and they're like, "Dude, like, was not expecting that." I've
Hmm.
had people come up and straight up say like, you're like the most unassuming frontman that I've ever met in my life. You're like before I saw you go on stage, I didn't even know you were in a band,
Hmm.
and you're just so like calm and like collected
Hmm.
off stage, and like your appearance, like I'm kind of like I'm like a punk rock hippie, So like
Yeah.
I don't look like a hardcore kid or like a deathcore kid, and
You don't have a bald head and tattoos all over yourself.
yeah, I've got tattoos,
Oh,
but
you got.
not
Oh,
like,
okay. There we
it's
go. I
not
see it now.
crazy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But like
yeah.
somebody, like I've had people be like, "You're so unassuming," but when you get on stage, like I don't even know how you have all that energy. You're crazy. It's nuts. And I think
Do you
going
like
back to your,
hearing that, or do
I
you?
love it.
Okay,
Yeah, because
cool.
that's what
Good,
I'm
good, good,
going
good, good.
for. Like
Okay, good,
I
good.
don't need to fit a like I don't need to be a certain way to fit
Right,
in this
right, right,
genre.
right.
Like
Yeah.
who the fuck's making the rules? There's no fucking rules. Like
Right.
who's to say what I'm supposed to look like, sound like, or sing about? Like
Yeah, I
this is
agree.
for I'm doing
Yeah,
this for me.
yeah.
I'm not doing it to like impress, like I'm
Mm.
doing it for me, and that's where the gold comes from, like
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
taking those tips off Rick Rubin, about like don't stop trying to like make something for someone else.
yeah.
Like that's not where the good's at. Like
No, it's
do it from
not.
the heart, do it
Yeah,
from you, do it for you, and that's
that's when the best stuff comes out.
yeah.
Ignite my ego in a woven basket. Escape projecting my misery. Will I be able to reclaim what's mine and I finally take hold of my destiny? I feel like yeah, I feel like that's kind of a self-explanatory thing too. But the only part that I do question is ignite my ego in a woven basket. What do you mean by that?
It's the whole woe is me. It's not all about you. The ego taking over, being present,
Oh.
mindful. Um, um, so it's like letting that go. Like it's not about you. Just
Oh,
like
it's like
burning a lot.
throwing. I was okay. Oh, okay. I get it now. You're just like throwing it in a basket, fucking light it on fire, and watch it just go away.
Yeah,
It's almost like the artwork for the track too.
yeah, yeah.
Is
So
that was that intentional?
no, no,
Okay,
that all kind of
okay.
just came together. But like the woven basket, a lot of like Nordic cultures, Native American cultures, a lot of tribal culture use wicker baskets as their casket. Like
Hmm. Oh,
they'll weave their burial um, bodies, and that's kind of where that comes into play.
interesting.
Um,
Okay.
and it kind of goes back to the beginning. It's like a full circle to the beginning. Like my rebirth
Hmm.
is in the burning casket.
Hmm.
And now while I am like in my battle of like um, my struggle within my fear is creating those like internal narratives that are like making me think things that aren't true, and then like my ego like takes over, and I make everything about me, and it's not,
Hmm.
like,
Yeah.
and I'm like projecting all of my pain and misery. It's just like that's, and then like the I wish I knew how to let go of this rage. Like within all of that is where all of my anger stems from currently. So like the
Hmm.
push and pull of like who I once was and who I'm expected to be, and
Who I
all of this
actually am.
stuff, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like, fuck, just burn it. Just stop worrying.
Yeah. Stop
Just be,
overthinking yourself. Just be you.
just be here now, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
stop worrying about what other people are thinking you should or shouldn't be. Just know what you're doing is good. Know that you're doing it for you, and know that what it is real. You know, like it's not. It it's yeah. I don't know. I don't
No.
know really know how much better to explain that part, but
Yeah.
that's kind of what it is. It's like just be here, be present, and know who you are. I guess
Be real. Be
be real.
authentic.
Yeah.
I dig it. It was a fun track to break down, man.
I thought it would be. I thought it would
Yeah.
be a good one.
Yeah. It was a fun one. It was a fun one. And where my mind goes is somewhere completely different than how you wrote it, and that's cool. It takes
Well, and
me to
that's what's
my
fun
own
about
shit.
music in general, you know?
Yeah.
Like I've had people come up to me like asking me about this song specifically,
Oh, okay.
and like even without knowing what the theme of it was, like related to it in that way. And that's so great, man. Like
Yeah. The
uh,
power of music.
power music, baby. You know? And
Yeah.
the whole theme of like fear is what courses through the EP. You know, like
Mm.
Spectral Embrace, um, the name of the EP is there's also a song that it's named after, but the whole idea of the spectral is that the spectral is the fear, and the embrace is the confronting those fears, accepting those fears, and knowing that like you're only going to get stronger within those.
Mm.
So
Step into the fear.
taking your power back.
Take the power back.
Yeah,
I like it. It's a motivational track too, in a way.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's motivational, but it's also self-reflecting. It's self-awareness. It's makes you think, but makes you think to push past it. So I dig
Yeah.
it. Since there's so much heaviness in these lyrics and about a time in your life that was rough and that you're still going through, emotionally and kind of just mentally, how did you feel before when you released the track? Like once it was out and everybody can listen to it and kind of learn a little bit more what's going on in your head. How did it feel when you like just put it out for everybody to be like, "Oh, this is how he's feeling right now."
Well, um, I honestly don't know.
Mm,
It's kind of cool. I mean, not cool, but it's interesting because like first off, when you show a song to somebody, like they're not really thinking about what it means. Uh,
mm.
like,
I always go there. That's why I started the podcast. I'm like, every single time I hear a song, I'm like, what does this mean?
well, I think because it's such a
Yeah,
banger, like
yeah, yeah.
it's right out the gate. So
Sure,
like
sure, sure, sure.
that was what I was getting. Like everybody's first response was like, "This is a fucking banger,"
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So plus the fact that like my lyrics are going pretty fast in this one, and there you can't really like actually you can comprehend my
You
vocal
totally
style
can.
pretty
Yeah,
well, but
yeah.
um, yeah, I don't know. I it's weird because like even though everybody knows that I've gone through this recovery thing and stuff like that, at the same time like a lot of people don't take me this seriously most of the time because
Mm.
I can be like a pretty, at least growing up, I grew up being like the clown, like um the
Like,
funny
like,
guy.
like the class. Okay, yeah, like the class clown. Yeah,
I
me
don't
too.
think,
Me too.
yeah, it never really seemed like anybody like took me seriously. So I think that like with Ghostframe, I'm writing all this profound shit, and I think it's helping people see another side of me that they didn't think ever could exist.
Mm.
Um, and
That's
like,
awesome.
and I like that, like
Yeah. Because the
going back
more
to that.
you talk about it and get it out there, like it's inspiring to others because it makes them want to be like, you know what, I can take all these emotions and throw it into a song and yell at it instead of like going back to the bottle, instead of doing something that's bad for me. When I'm in these feelings, let me just write it in a song.
Yeah.
Let me grab a mic and and scream into it for a little bit. That's going to be how I get this shit out.
The people, the people in my life that truly know me, like I'm sure when they heard this song for the first time, they were like, "Wow!" Like,
Mm.
um, you know, they 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 know what it's about. They feel it. I mean, I've had people like repost some of our stuff, and they're just like, "My boy Corey's out there living his best life," like,
Mm-hmm.
and
Proud of you.
they're saying that because they've seen me, you
Mm.
know, puking on the side of a curb before, like wanting to die. They're
Yeah, but now
proud
you're
of
on a
me.
stage.
I've overcome something. I've
Yeah,
triumphed,
that's awesome.
and it's like I don't want to like celebrate the triumph. I want to honor the struggle.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
because
I,
that's what
I
got
I
me here.
totally get that because once you kind of like see yourself in a certain way or start seeing your accomplishment in a certain way, it doesn't last long because it
Yeah.
doesn't, it's not, I don't know. I don't
And
know.
that's kind of that also that kind of is the ignite my ego in a woven basket. Like don't let this all get to your head,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Like that's part of like that part. Ignite my ego in a woven basket, escape projecting my misery. Like don't let that shit get to your head and just like boost yourself. Like
Yeah.
you're, this is a lifelong struggle you're gonna be in, dude. Like don't fucking
Oh,
get ahead of
fuck.
yourself
I
here.
understand that, man.
Like
A lot. Yeah. I had quick little story, but I had a interview a week ago, and I was talking to the vocalist, and we were just talking about the podcast and how it's going and how she found out about us and all that stuff. And she was saying she said, so you must be pretty proud of yourself, right? Of creating this community and talking about mental health. And it stumped me, and I'm like, huh, because I haven't thought about that. You know what? And it was a weird thought, and I was like, yeah, I guess I am. I'm like, I'm just here telling my story, and I'm just trying to bring awareness to something that saved my life. Music saved my life. And
yeah.
I feel like I owe it to music to do something positive with it and make other people view it, like a good way, a positive way. But when she asked me that, that's the first time I thought about that since I started this. I'm like, I don't, am I proud of myself? I don't know.
I think you should be. I think it's really fucking cool. And honestly,
Thank you.
um, when this first got when I first heard of you, I can't remember if like I um, watched your interview with Rick and then you reached out to me, or if I kind of like knew I was gonna get on this before. Um, but I was like, dude, that's super cool that there's like a podcast like connecting mental health to music. It's really cool because like um, heavy music, like there's like a certain level of like masculinity in that, you
Right.
know,
Right.
and like a lot of people are really afraid to like expose like their emotions.
Right.
It,
And that's how I was.
and that's honestly one of the reasons why people do music instead of
Right.
write or whatever. Like
Right.
I'm a lyricist, I'm a poet, and then I'm a vocalist. So
Yep.
um,
Yep.
like expressing my emotions has always been there for me. But like the guitarist, the drummer, the bass player, they're speaking through things that aren't vocal, that aren't written down, and it's like their
Yeah.
shield. It's
The
like
drummer is taking it out on the cymbals.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like talking with my guys, like I said earlier, like before
Yeah.
this interview, I was at therapy.
hmm
I've got therapy again on Monday,
I'm
or
pretty sure I have an appointment tomorrow.
I do therapy like twice a week, and I might even start doing it 3 times a week. I don't even
Mm.
know yet, but like some of the guys they don't know how talk about it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, and before it was a lot higher, and I would say the first like 35 to 40 episodes that I released, it was yeah, 90% men who were listening to it, who were following and watching it. 90%. It was men between ages, I think it was 24 through 35, and then the next one was like 36 through 40. So it was something like that. But when I started to look at the analytics of it, I'm like, dudes are watching this. Dudes are listening to this. I'm like, this is important for us.
yeah.
It kind of blew my mind when I saw the numbers. Eh,
Well, the more that we open up, the more other people will.
right. And that's the whole point of it.
And there's really no shame in that at
Yeah.
all. There shouldn't be.
It shouldn't
Like,
be.
we should all be here to help each other. Like,
And
there's
that's what
no,
music is, man. It's a community of like-minded artists who, and I think a lot of us are just going through shit, and that's how we start these projects.
dude,
Like we're
music.
all feeling it. We
I
get each other. That's all. That's just talk.
My entire life, I've processed everything through music.
Yeah.
And half the time, I don't even realize that what I think the lyrics are aren't even the lyrics, you know? Like, you ever,
Mhm.
like, come up with your own lyrics in your head while you're listening to something, and then you go and actually read what the lyrics are, and you're like, whoa, that's completely different than what I thought they were.
Yeah.
I've gotten a lot of good lyrics that way.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
that's actually not used. I'll take it.
Yeah. Wild.
Yeah, I mean, like, music's always been there to help me process, whether there's lyrics involved or not. It's all about tone. It's all about emotion, and like, um, you know, like as a lyricist, like I'm not writing my lyrics to go to a song. I write my lyrics, and then the song finds them. Like, my lyrics choose the song after it's all done. Um, so like
So lyrics are first.
the lyrics, yeah, I don't write lyrics to the music.
Hmm.
I write, and then like the guys will come up with the music, and at some point when the music gets to a place where like most of it's solidified enough so I can start building onto it, I'll know which lyrics go to that. Like, my lyrics choose it. And
Right.
it's all based on vibe. It's all based
Yeah.
on how it feels.
Yeah.
And
It has
resonates
to be
together.
that way.
Yeah. Because otherwise it just feels too plastic and fake.
Yeah.
Like, you're just like trying to make a song.
Yeah. You're making a song just to make it, but
Yeah.
your heart. Well, but when the heart's in it, you can hear it.
Yeah. And
So
when
I
that
know-
shit, dude, when it's clicking, it's so magical.
It is. It is. It really is. I
So
mean,
that's a lot
music
of
gives
fun.
me music just in general. Most times gives me goosebumps. I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh, I feel it. I feel it. Well, this EP came out just last year.
Yeah, October 3rd.
Yeah, so this just came out what like 4 or 5 months ago, something like that. So,
Yeah.
this might be a premature question, but what does 2026 look like for you guys? You know, rolling off of the success of the EP and the label, and just having now this huge support system of your life of all these awesome bands with great guys like Suicide Cages, Iron Ox, Talking Point, Circling Over, all Mood Swing Misery, all these amazing guys. Now you have this whole support. What's next? What's next for you guys? What's the next move?
So we've got a lot of things that are that we've got lined up. The first thing that we're doing is Brayburn's going to re-release the EP on CD.
Hell yeah.
So Brayburn originally did the 8-inch lathe cut record. It was like a picture disc PVC record.
Okay.
Derek released that through Brayburn, and then Been There Seen That released the CD. So we're going to re-release the CD through Brayburn specifically with new artwork, and it's going to be in a digipack packaging instead of like a jewel case.
Hell yeah.
So that would be cool.
I gotta grab one of those.
So we have like new artwork, like this design. Is
Oh,
gonna
that's
be part
sick.
of the cover art, and
Cool.
Mike Monroe from Suicide Cages is doing a whole new layout and design for that, utilizing that piece of art from Terry Eifert and Owens that did our original artwork.
Cool.
And then we are working on putting together a split release with Suicide Cages. I originally
Mm.
thought it was going to be a 7-inch split, but it turns out it might turn into a 12-inch split, so that's exciting.
I'm gonna
Um,
have to grab one of those so I can have it on my wall.
yeah,
I have vinyls up from some of the guests that have been on here.
I don't know all the details yet, and I don't know like if there I don't know if there's deadlines or not yet. All I know is that we still need to get in the studio. I think Suicide Cages still needs to get in the studio. But hopefully we'll have that ready by the time we go on tour together in April.
Oh, you're going
At
on
least,
tour in April.
yeah, we're going on tour with Suicide Cages in April.
Has that been announced?
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah. So April 8th, the tour starts in Albuquerque, New Mexico, at Ren's Den. We'll be our friends from out here, Loather, will be joining us as well. But
Oh.
it's Suicide Cages,
You know what?
Ghostframe.
I think I did know about this actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that actually. Cool. Loather, I think I'm bringing those boys on the podcast soon too.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty
That'd be
sure.
that'd be
I
great.
know I've at least been talking to them
Yeah,
about getting them on here.
I wouldn't doubt it. They're not on Brayburn Records, but they are good friends of ours. And yeah, I would definitely hit them up, get them on here. They're really good dudes.
I'm gonna look at my
Um,
list because I'm pretty sure I got them on there. I got them on here at some point.
their bass player Brooks is like our unofficial sixth member. He has like filled in for us on bass when our bass player hyperextended his knee,
Mm.
and then filled in for us when our guitar player broke his arm.
Mm.
Yeah, it's just like we invited them on, just kind of like just they're our boys. They're our boys. Bring them in. Um,
Oh, I know about them because yes, that's how I Suicide Cages, Ghostframe, and Loather, and I started following them after that flyer was posted, and yeah, Loather sucks is their thing.
yeah,
I remember thinking that was funny.
yeah. It's like
No, I
Primus
haven't hit
sucks.
them up yet to be on the show, but that's yeah, okay, yeah, because they responded to the repost. So I'm like, okay, I know that name. I gotta hit them up then.
But yeah, so hopefully we'll get the split done in time for our tour in April, which starts on April 8th in Albuquerque, April 9th
Cool.
in or I thought it was Tempe, Arizona, but I guess it's in Chandler, Arizona. And then we'll
Oh,
be doing 2 shows in California. April 10th will be at Solaris Brewing in Murrieta, and April 11th will be
Marietta.
at the Roadies Brewery in Vista, California. And then on the 12th, we're playing in Vegas.
Huh.
And that's at, what's the name of the place? Taverna Costera in Vegas.
Hmm. Chandler, Arizona. I actually go there often now. My parents live out there.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I was just last time I was there was for Thanksgiving, but I had gone out before that too. But yeah,
Well, if you're
if I
there on
I was gonna
April 9th,
yeah I was gonna
April
say
9th, we're playing Metalhead's Clubhouse.
Metalhead's Clubhouse.
Yeah.
I haven't had a chance to check out any shows or anything since I've been out there, but if I happen to be out there in April, I'm definitely gonna go to that one.
Yeah. Dude, hit us
That'd be
up. That'd
fun.
be dope.
Yeah,
There
hell
you go.
yeah.
There's your way to grab the mic off me.
There you go. There we go. Now I'm stoked. Now I'm gonna make sure I do it.
But yeah, other than the
Yeah.
split though, we're we're
Yeah.
uh, we're supposed to be getting in the studio to record our full length as well. So that's what we've got going.
New music, new vinyls, split with
Yeah,
fucking amazing boys in Suicide Cages,
dude,
tours. You guys have a year ahead of you.
it's so cool, man. It's so cool. Like we
You
went
get
out
to do
to
this.
we went out to Grand Junction and Salt Lake City a few months ago, and that was when we like first like met Derek in person and met
Yeah.
the guys in Suicide Cages in person, and it was just like it was so beautiful, dude. Like to feel a part of something. Like these
Yeah.
guys are like they're family, man. Like it's
Yeah.
so bizarre. Like
Yeah.
Derek, uh, Derek is just amazing. But the guys in Suicide Cages, Devin and Mike and Matt and Rico,
Yeah.
me and Christian talk to Devin and Mike like regularly, like just to shoot the shit and just talk things out.
And that's how it should be. You know?
It's I mean,
Especially when you're on the same label and you guys are touring together and stuff. That's how it should be.
it should be like that, yeah. But you know, like, a lot of this is kind of overwhelming for us. It all happens so fast, and
Yeah.
it's like we're seasoned musicians, but like we just haven't like gotten onto a label before, and it's really intimidating.
Yeah, I can see that.
And so like to have somebody like Devin, say from Suicide Cages, to be able to call up and just like bounce some things off of because like you're feeling insecure or whatever, and like have him be there to like give you that moral support. Same with Derek. Like I said, I called him the other day to just like vent, and he just was like, dude, we're here to have fun. Like, don't forget that. Like, that's all in
Yeah.
your head. You're creating
Yeah.
false narratives, and like, just like if something really bad was going on, like you would really know, like,
Yeah.
so don't worry. And
Yeah, the fact that you have these people on your in your corner, it's fucking awesome, man.
yeah, and they genuinely want to work with us, and
Yeah. Yeah.
it's so
Well,
cool.
after hearing that, so would I.
Dude, it's amazing, man. It's amazing. Like, just
Yeah.
my heart's fucking full, dude. My
Good.
heart's so full of this
Good.
shit. Man.
You don't need anything else. Take that bad shit and light it on
Blessed.
fire
Thank
in that.
you. Thank you.
Light it
all.
on fire in that basket.
Yeah.
And just think
Dude,
about the
yes.
positive shit, all the good shit, all the
Totally.
good shit that's coming up.
And
Whenever
to
you
all
start,
the other bands on the Brayburn roster that we haven't met yet or like actually had a conversation with, like the day is coming. Like
yeah,
day is fucking coming, and we'll be on that next Brayburn showcase in Denver.
yeah, and
You know,
and
like-
you'll end up on this podcast too, because I want to. That's going to be a goal of mine now too. Interview
Hell yeah.
all the Brayburn Records family.
Let's do it.
And also, you should check out this book if you haven't yet.
What to say when you're
What
talking
to say
yourself.
when you talk to yourself. It slaps you in the face a little bit, but that's what it's supposed to do.
I dig it.
Well, Corey, if somebody were to say, "Hey, dude, where's the best place to go to keep updated with everything Ghostframe?" Where would you send them?
Probably just our Instagram.
Instagram. What's that handle?
It's Ghostframe, or it's at Ghostframe Official.
Okay.
We do have a website, ghostframeofficial.com, but I don't update it regularly enough. So yeah, I would just say Instagram is your best place to get up to date on stuff.
At Ghostframe Official. Hey, and while you're there, also check out at Brayburn Records.
At Brayburn Records,
And
yeah.
then look at all those bands and follow all of them, because
Yeah, and make sure
you
you
need
go
to do that.
make sure you check out our 8-inch lathe cut picture disc. You can get a copy of that. BrayburnRecords.bigcartel.com.
Hell yeah.
And keep your eyes open for those CDs. They should be coming out, like, I don't know, before we go on tour.
I was just going to say, make sure you got those before April, man.
Hopefully,
Because if
March.
I show up at Chandler, Arizona, and I can't get a CD, I'm walking out.
Oh, dude. As long as you wait until we're done with our set. I do have a few CDs left over from the first press, so if you want to snag one, I can send one your way.
Hell yeah, I
What
definitely
size shirt
would.
do you wear?
I'm a large.
I'm out of larges right now, but next
Yeah,
time
medium?
I might have a medium.
Yeah, I'm either large. Large is comfy. Medium is just right.
Well, make sure you send me your address. I'll ship you out a CD, and if I've got a medium shirt, I'll mail it out.
And that CD is going to go right behind me in the studio. So everybody who watches the episodes can be like, hey, what's that CD over there? I'll be like, oh, that's my boy Corey. You should go
Sweet.
check them out.
Hey, Check them out. I'm Corey. I
Well,
do the vocals. We've got Royce on guitar, Christian on guitar, Justin on bass, and Tommy on drums.
Tommy drums.
Tommy drums.
Well, they couldn't make it any easier. At Ghost Frame Official. Go right now. Corey, thank you, dude,
Go.
for and go. And spin around in the chair a couple times.
And that's my dog, Professor Emilius Brown, the dude.
Wait, what was his name again?
His full name is Professor Emilius Brown.
Okay, I dig
But
it.
we just call him the dude.
The
Or
dude.
Emil for short.
Yeah, I call my cats just cats. And like, get over here, cat.
Hey, cat.
Hey. And my wife and I just adopted two cats, and one's a boy and one's a girl, and they're brother and sister. And I go, hey, boy cat, get over here. And then like whenever my wife asks me, she goes, what cat's in the room with you? I'm like, oh, the girl.
The girl one.
Yeah, the girl one.
I was going to say something, but it might be interpreted the wrong way.
You don't want to get canceled before you get on this tour, Corey.
I know. You gotta be PC over here.
Yeah. Well, thank you for coming on, dude. It was an absolute pleasure getting to meet you. I know you still have a little bit of that tough shit going on in your head, man. But do you have a year ahead of you, dude.
Dude.
And
Music will get
that's
us
all you
through,
need to think
baby.
about. Yeah, it does. Music is
will
life.
get us through.
Absolutely, man. Think about all the amazing things headed your way this year, because it's going to be a wild one. Me a wild
Forward
one.
to it, dude.
And thanks
More
for talking.
struggle is always good.
Exactly. And absolutely. And then yeah, and thanks for sharing your story. Talking about this stuff isn't easy. And like we were saying earlier, the more all of us open up, the more it makes other people want to do it too, because it just feels so damn good to get it out.
You're not alone.
Not alone. Give it to me.
You're,
Come on the podcast and throw it all out on me. I'll take it. I'll hold on to it.
That's one of the beautiful things about like working a program like AA or whatever is like you get to realize that you truly are not alone. The people, everybody's different, on the outside, but we all share so much.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid for advice, or to just ask somebody if it's okay if you unload on them, because chances are they've gone through it too.
Mm-hmm.
And it only makes you stronger,
Absolutely. Corey, I'm going to see you and those CDs in Chandler, Arizona. Hopefully.
You got it, baby.
Hopefully the weather's not too hot. It gets fucking hot
April
out there,
9th.
dude.
April 9th.
I don't know.
You're like thinking about it right now. You're
I'm just like,
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna fly out. I'm gonna do it.
I'm going to book my flight right now.
Sorry, I keep looking sideways too. My camera's here, but my screen's here. So like, I'm sorry for all the viewers if they're like, sketchy.
No. It's so funny. I'm just like, dude, we're having this conversation, but I don't think you've barely looked at me.
I'm so sorry, dude. I'm so sorry, man. I'm actually trying to look at you.